Bonjour and Anine. Welcome to Gigi's Vintage Therapy, and this is part 2 of video 7. We started part 1 last night, and it was going so long that we had to break it into 2 parts. So we're going to start with the 1930s dresses, then we'll go to the 40s dresses. I don't know if we're going to get to any of these 50s. We aren't going to show too many of the 50s dresses tonight or items because I'm going to do a whole session on 1950s dresses and garments. So we'll also be showing some of the hats. What I had wanted to do in part 1 was show you some of the hats that would have been worn with these dresses or could be worn with the dresses. I've got 1940s hats and a couple of men's hats. I think you've seen them in the tour. And since we did the tour last night, we're going to omit, we won't have to do a tour today. So we'll get right into the video. The other thing is, another disclaimer, I need to clarify that the very expensive dress, the Edwardian dress that was, I said I wanted $1,500 for, I'm not sure if that's from the Bianchini Ferrer textile mill in Paris, but it sure does look like one of those prints that were made. And if you Googled Bianchini Ferrer's silk textile mill, it might show some of his textile prints. And they did do silk fabric for dresses in that era. So the other thing is, we had the fish tank on last night, and if you heard that water bubbling, that's what it was. And to me, water bubbling is very calming, but it might not be for others. So we turned it off. So as soon as we're done with this, we're going to have to turn it back on so our fish are okay. Okay, so with that, we're going to start the 1930s dresses. So here we have silk floral slip dress. I don't believe there are any issues with the slip dress. No holes, no stains. This I had dry cleaned, and I just put a little necklace with it. I thought the colors kind of blended in or matched. And that necklace is a unsigned, these are African trade beads, plus black beads with silver tone separators, and it's on a gold spring ring clasp, and it has a 10-inch drop, and that little necklace is $30. And the dress, the little silk slip dress, is $40. Okay, next we have a 1930s, here I'm gonna put that purse out of the way, a 1930s tambour, T-A-M-B-O-U-R, sweetheart lace neckline, long dress, apricot peach with puff sleeves, and it has ruffles at the neck, and it ties in the back. Here are the ties, and it has a trumpet skirt, and it also has a matching slip underneath, and this is the matching slip. Now the slip kind of comes out below the dress, but again, this is bias cut, and once you put these slips on, your body will take up the length of the slip, and hopefully it takes it up to above the dress itself, or at least to the length of the dress. Now I had to do some patchwork on this, on the slip, and that is because there was a stain on the slip that I couldn't get out. And I don't know if you can see this through the dress, but it is it's a silk gray and peach colored little flowers on that, and that's where the stain was. But you can always take that off. I just tacked it on there. This is the front of the dress, and this is the back of the dress. And I did put this purse with this dress because this purse is a 1930s copper and brass purse. And that purse, it's lined in, I think it has a purple velvet lining in the inside. And this purse is $65. 1930s purse with a 1930s dress. The tambour, this dress, apricot lace dress, is $125. Comes with the slip. Next we have a purple velvet dress with a belt. Here's the belt. This needs a little tacking on the seam of the belt, and there's no openings. It slips over the head, and again it is cut on the bias, meaning this will stretch out, and of course it'll come up a little bit shorter than what it is once it's on the body. And what I paired it with was a very unique, I went to an antique store in my neighborhood, and there's this lady that does these kinds of neck pieces. These are real pearls. These are little purple pearls which have a gritty, they're gritty, and she puts them on wire, barrel clasp. And this is an actual vintage tie. And I thought that it went well with this dress because it looks like Art Deco, the way she folded it. I think that's pretty unique. And this tie neck piece is going for $35. But this purple dress is $85. And then next we have a yellow lace trumpet skirt, and it has pleats in the front toward the hem, like a little trumpet shape. And it didn't have a belt, so what I did was, I do have a collection of these kinds of belt buckles. They're plastic, decorative, and I used a vintage silk scarf. That's what this is, a silk scarf, because I thought it brought out the color, the yellow and the lace. And then this little dress has a white, almost a organdy, like a white collar. And there's a little spot here and here. And I believe this you have to slip into over the head as well. Again, it's bias cut, so it stretches a little. And I'm gonna just leave the silk, this belt type scarf with this dress. And I paired it with a necklace. This is a 1980s necklace, faux pearl, gold tone, and it's got that palm leaves in the center, and it's a faux pearl in the center. It's got a 7-inch drop. The pendant is 3 inches, 2 3/4 inch wide. Spring ring clasp, so it's vintage. And that little necklace is $45. And the dress itself with the belt, includes the belt, is let's see. The dress is $50. It has flutter sleeves. These are called flutter sleeves. So next we have a little cotton, very light cotton. Polka dot, actually those are flocked polka dots on this cotton. A little lace around the collar and the chest area. Pleats. And the material is like a gauzy cotton. And this slips over the head. And it does have a belt. The belt is attached to the front, and then it goes around the waist, and didn't have a belt buckle. So I do have a belt buckle collection as well, vintage belt buckle. So I put that on there because it matches perfectly, and that's going with the dress. And I paired it with this is like sea glass necklace with silver tone chain, and that sea glass necklace is it's wrapped in silver tone metal. It has a toggle clasp. It's got an 8-inch drop. And I think I'm going to send this little necklace right with the dress. I said I would do that on some of these dresses. And that little dress, along with the necklace is actually free. That little dress is $40. Now we have a green cotton, like a gauze, flocked, a little larger polka dots here, flocked white polka dots. It's similar to this blue dress. And this has a side belt, and this belt is attached similarly like this one is. And this is like a shell, a mother of pearl buckle. That's original to the dress. Has the little bow. Now, if you were to starch this bow would, I don't think it should be that floppy. I think it needs a little spray starch there. Trumpet skirt. And I just paired it with some gloves because of the color. These are actually look like chartreuse gloves. Got a little hole there which could be sewed together. And I'm going to put these gloves with this dress. Because when they wore dresses back in the day in the 1930s, they usually wore gloves so that they would, when they went out to shop or whatever, and they always paired it with a hat. So, and this dress, this little green dress, is $45. Okay. And now we're at the little peach crepe. This is moss crepe, this material. Very fluid and light. It's moss crepe. I've been reading a lot about moss crepe. They made a lot of moss crepe material dresses in the 1930s and the 40s. And moss crepe is warm in the winter and it's cool in the summer. And this has like a big collar, almost like a cape in the front here. And it's hooked from the shoulders, comes down, doesn't go through the back. It belts in the back. Well, it could go in the back or the front, I guess, the belt. And then it's got covered buttons, fabric covered buttons, snaps on the front, ruching at the waist, little pleats, and it is long. And it does have issues on the bottom here. There are marks, water marks. Now I did have this dry clean, but they couldn't get out the marks. They didn't put anything special on it. This is from, because it's long, from soil from the road or the sidewalk. But what you could do is hem this up. I think I would cut off. If I couldn't get this clean, I would cut that off and hem it. And that would take care of that. And that little peach colored crepe dress is $70. It's a lot of dress here. And so we have a cute little silk. This is not paisley, it's like little feathers. Silk. And it has a velvet belt, which is original to the dress. And then it's got these imitation flowers. Now, I did have this cleaned, but I had to take off these flowers first. They would not work with this. This has a little stain on here, but you know, you could always replace the velvet belt. And there's ruching here at the neck. This is the back. And this actually has a side zipper. This zipper is very fine. You hardly know it's there. And this little dress is $40. And now this rust-colored old Hollywood hostess dress, this gingham, well, it's not gingham, it's cotton, lavender cotton with the bolero, this dress, and this organdy 1930s dress with the velvet ribbon, and this hostess dress. These are, all four of these are on hold. But what I want to point out is, now I did not get this hostess gown dry cleaned, nor did I get this dry cleaned. But these two dresses have been cleaned. And the issue with this is these little, those must be water spots. One here and there. And then one here. Otherwise, I think if this were sent to the cleaners, that would probably come out. No issues with this dress. Somewhere. This necklace is going with this dress. It's just part, keeping it with the dress. No issues with this at all. But now this hostess gown, like I said, I did not clean this. There is wear on the belt. I don't know what was happening here, but that was coming apart. And this is pinned. And there was a spot somewhere on here. Yeah, right here. You can barely see it. Right there. But that should come out with dry cleaning. Okay. Okay, next we have a yellow, let's see, a yellow satin rayon slip dress. Now this, it's got a side zipper here, metal zipper, and it should fit a bigger size, because that's, and then I put this little jacket with this dress, and I paired it with this celluloid necklace, and I'm gonna send this necklace is gonna stay with this little outfit. I styled it, this style with the bolero and this little celluloid necklace, because this necklace brings out the color in this piping, which is beige, like ivory beige, and yellow dress. And this, now I'm not putting a price on the necklace because I'm going to send it with that outfit, and that is, let's see, $55. And next up we have a nightgown, 1930s nightgown. Cut on the bias, see that V hem there, that piece. And has ribbons, he's tying the back. This looks like silk nylon with embroidery. Beautiful. And then the ribbons and little embroidery, very delicate. This has no issues. I don't see any spots, holes. This is the back of the dress. Very pretty. And this is, I think it might be a little bigger size too. Looks like it's bigger in the bust. Yep, stretches because it's cut on the bias. And this slip is, let's see, $55. Okay. Next we have a yellow cotton long dress with ruffles. Let me take it out. I can show it better. This is the front. The darts. Lots of material here. Let's cut again. Piece. This is piece. This is what they used to do this in the 1930s as well. To piece in the for the circle effect. Yeah, that's a lot of material. And then the ruffle, the darts, and it comes with a ribbon or a sash belt of the same material as the dress, and the back has these ruffles that go down the hips, around the hips, and it has a side metal zipper, and it's got a little bitty button for a keyhole at the neck opening, keyhole opening. And this dress is $85. And this one is pink nylon tricot or tricot long sleeves, like balloon sleeves. And look how this is cut through here. Very detailed, and sweetheart neckline. Women wore dress clips in this era too, and those dress clips would go on the side here like that. I do have dress clips, but I could have showed you how to do that, but you get the idea. And these almost look like pockets, but they're ruffles. They're ruffles at the hip. And this is a full skirt. This comes with its own slip as well. I washed this dress and the slip, and there are no stains, but there is. Now somebody made, I didn't do this, somebody made this, they must have caught their heel in this or something, but they did do a mend here. Now, if you're looking for perfection, you can always cut that off and hem it. Or see, this has a very little bitty hem. If you're good with the sewing machine. This is the back of the dress. Ruffles dropped at the hips. Side buttons. And I paired it with an Art Deco necklace. And let me see the okay, this is a vintage necklace, Art Deco, made in West Germany. It's a bib necklace. It's purple glass plus black beaded separators. It's from the 1930s. It's got a hook clasp 16 inches in length. And now I did research. This is very spendy, this necklace, and this was booked out at over like $150. So I'm asking $100 for it. Again, I always say my jewelry is negotiable. So, but it looks good with this dress. And then next we have this beautiful peach, like almost like a taffeta dress. There's an issue here. It's got a little nick and a little area here with a little stain here. I don't know if that's a stain, but I did have this dry cleaned. It's got a corded sash for a belt. That's different. And these sleeves are double. It's lined with the same material as the outside, the inside sleeve. They're puffy sleeves. Let's see. I made a mistake on this one. Now, there was a similar one when I was doing the research. And theirs, they were asking $520 for. This one, I'm asking $125. I made a mistake with this. And then this one, which is like a thick taffeta and double balloon sleeves with the ruffle at the top. This in a sash, woven sash. This is in excellent condition except for those little items I showed you on the bottom. And I'm sending the necklace with this as well. The necklace is, this is a 1980s necklace. I just thought that it was, it blended well with the dress because of those colors. And I think this is the front because of this, here, the bust goes here. And this dress is $125. And so on to this. Now this is what we call palazzo. It's a pair, it's nightwear, pajamas, but it's got the palazzo pants, lace around the bottom, and the lace up here. And this ties around to the back. And this is the back. Looks comfortable and dainty. And this nightgown, palazzo nightgown, is $35. Now, it does have some issues, slight issue, which there is a kind of like a separation there of that material, very slight. And then I noticed there was some dark spots here that almost looks like ink right here. And that's why the price is $35 in 1930s. Otherwise, you still get a lot of wear out of that, and it's a nice little piece of history, 1930s. And I know I showed this in video 6, but this is another moss crepe dress. And this actually has a vintage tag that says copyright 1933. But it doesn't have the designer on there. Now, in doing the research on moss crepe, this, I said it was fading, but it could have been bleeding too. The fabric, because there's these spots. But, and then it's got the satin. If I were going to keep this dress, I would dye it, because according to what I read, moss crepe does take dye well. But of course, that's a special. There are people that dye dresses by hand, and they do a very good job. But I think I'd consult a conservator before dyeing it. And this has snaps on the side. I just think those sleeves are interesting. And I did have this dry cleaned. And then it's got the ruffle on the bottom. And because of all this issue, even though this is a very strong dress, meaning the structure, it would hold together. It's not like coming apart or rotting. It's just this discoloration of the fabric. It's a shame to throw that out, but if you could dye that, I would take $25 for this. Okay, so now we have a Charmeuse white candlelight satin wedding dress. Charmeuse. And it has gigot sleeves, lace sleeves, where they kind of balloon up here. And then it has a lace collar. And it also has, now when I did send this to the cleaners, and they did not work on these spots. There's a spot here, one here, some here. And on the bottom of the sleeve, right here, looks like some watermarks there. Snaps on the sleeves. They come slim at the wrist. Watermark here. You can't see it though on this side. You can barely see it on this side, but let's see. And then before I sent to the cleaners, I had to take this. This is supposed to represent rosebuds, and it goes right under the collar like that. And so what I'll do before I send this out anywhere is I'll tack this back on, because it goes right here like that. Wedding dress, I suppose you could dye this. Very beautiful silk charmeuse, and look at that stretch. And that is, as is, it's $125. Okay, I'm gonna take that off. And next we're getting into the 1940s dresses now. So next we have teal blue, or it could be a seafoam green. Now this is the epitome of a 1940s dress, because it has this beautiful sequin design, sequins coming down the whole bodice, and it has a A-line skirt, and the A-line skirt is like a really nice brown, and it also has pockets. These are pockets in through here, but I mean you can join your hands almost like a muff under that, but there are pockets. Little ruching here at the waist, and some pretty sturdy shoulder pads. And then the back has covered buttons. The sequin going on in the back. I don't know what went on there. There's a little discoloration there, as well as here. Maybe had to do it perspiration. But I did have this cleaned. And as is, this dress is $45. Now this material is what you call crepe moss. Another crepe moss dress. Very nice material. And next we have like a periwinkle blue dress with long sleeves. Has a belt. Looks almost like a corded belt. Lots of seaming in there. There's some fading going on here on the sleeve. The sun must have got at this material. Very light. I think it's on this one too. Oh, it's more pronounced on this one. And then there's a stain. And of course it has like loops. And there's snaps. So that's how you get in the dress. There's snaps all the way up the front. So that's the front of the dress. This is the back of the dress. Oh, and it has a side zipper as well. And it did have a belt. Well, it does have a belt right there. And then I paired it with this rhinestone necklace. Blue AB crystals. Rhinestones all the way up. And pronged rhinestones, open backs, hook clasp, 16-inch drop, or 16 inches long, so it must be an 8-inch drop. And that necklace is $55. And then next we have is a seafoam green dress. This is another perfect example of a this might be a late 1930s, early 40s. It does have a side zipper, ties, cording, beautiful cording, cord work at the bodice, the waist. And then it has almost like a wrap neckline, pleating at the shoulders, almost a circle skirt, cording, lots of detail on this dress. And then these little embellishments, beadwork embellishments, ribbons. That's the front of the dress. This is the back of the dress. And I believe this is a gabardine material. Yeah, gabardine. And I paired it with a necklace, turquoise with pendant. This tests to jadeite. It's strung on wire and cord with a lobster clasp. It has a lobster clasp and a faux glass light green beads. It's got an 8.5-inch drop, 11 inches with the pendant, and this is $68 for that necklace. The price of the seafoam green gabardine dress is $48. And I don't think I said the price on this little blue one, but this is $30. And then next we have a burgundy cold rayon. There's such a thing as cold rayon. It has its own belt, and it's heavily beaded at the neckline. It has its own necklace, and then it has clear rhinestones. That's beautiful beadwork. And I did have this cleaned, And this dress, all you need would be a pair of rhinestone earrings. And this dress is $48. The only issue it has is a spot here and a spot there, kind of a fade spot. Yeah. And then it's got beautiful ruching, and that it with this ruffle that's swept to the side. It's like a wrap dress. 1940s, had some structured shoulder pads. I think I'm forgetting to say the labels, because some of these dresses have their labels, and this is a Betty Hite, Hite, original. And when dresses have their labels, their vintage labels, that kind of ups the prices of these dresses too. This one has a label. It's called Eddie, or Edie, Eddie, Eddie. Okay. And this burgundy dress is $48. Now this dress is a rust colored orange, well, yeah, like a rust orange, a fall color. Secretary style dress, I would say. It's pleated in the front. It's a heavy crepe material. Pleats on the front of the dress. And then there's like a little panel here. It snaps. And it snaps at the neck. 3/4 length sleeves with cuffs. I think the only issue this dress has is a little pinhole here. Right there. And this is the front of the dress. And this is the back of the dress. And I did have this one cleaned. And I paired it with a 1940s hat. If I can get it off here. Actually, I had this hat cleaned too. Now, this is like a turban style hat. This is from the 40s, vintage label, sheer cloth, Minneapolis. This went under your hair, and it would be tipped to the side. This would kind of fall down the side of your face. You almost have to see this on a mannequin, and it does have an issue. It's got a hole right there. But with the 1940s dresses, you would have worn a 1940s hat. Okay, I'm not going to put a price on there because I want to see if I can repair that hole on this hat. But this dress, the price for this beautiful crepe secretary dress is, let's see, that's what I ran, $48. And next up we have another, what I call another secretary dress. This has its belt, pleating in the front. I had this cleaned. This is another crepe rayon, silky though. Pocket, pointed sleeve, pointed collar, vintage tag, Judy Lynn of California, original. And this is the back. And the back has, this is almost like a Western style almost, with this pleated back. And this dress is also $48. Now I paired it with a turquoise beaded necklace. This is a little gold tone turtle with rhinestone back on a shell, rhinestone in the eyes. In this vintage multi-strand turquoise seed bead necklace, boho hippie style. It's in excellent vintage condition. It has a lobster clasp. Yeah, there's the lobster clasp. It's signed 10-inch drop, 3-inch extender, and it's $60. And I don't know what that tag says on there. I can't really. Oh, it's a symbol. I couldn't identify that symbol. That's why I don't have the name of that. Okay. And I said the cost of this dress was $48. Okay. And next we have another rayon crepe dress. Very detailed. Cinched or crimped at the shoulders and at the waist. Had a belt. Buttons up the front. There's a spot here on the front, which you aren't going to see because this laps over. It has these faux pockets. You can, I guess you can't unbutton them, but they're like pocket lapels. They aren't real pockets. And then you got this pleating, horizontal pleating down the sides of the dress, which I think is unique. And they might have, they may have shortened the hem, because you've got this button and you've got a buttonhole here. So I would suggest lowering that hem to the original size. Otherwise you've got a buttonhole down on the bottom. That's the front of the dress, and this is the back of the dress. Cinched waist, A-line skirt, and I paired it with a necklace set, glass. I think this kind of looks Art Deco. It's a artisan necklace, modernist abstract design, collar necklace, multicolored silver tone with matching post earrings. So this set, here are the matching earrings. The matching earrings, and this set is $30. I just thought it went well with this dress because it has the color of the dress in. Even the texture of the dress, it seems. And the cost of this dress, I didn't say it, did I? Is $48. Get my notes. This is cold rayon as well. Floral dress. Pink, teal, white on, looks like a black background. Side metal zipper. Nice embellishments at the neckline, tie kind of to the side, A-line, very small hem. This is the front of the dress. This is the back of the dress. Looks like a belt here, but it isn't. It's made to look like that. Very pretty, 1940s. Does it have shoulder pads? No, it doesn't have shoulder pads. And that is, let's see. that this dress is $45. This is another, well, this is more like a silk rayon. Now this steams up pretty good, but it looks like it's getting wrinkly. This is a floral cold rayon dress, navy blue, with pink and white flowers. Metal zipper at the side. A peplum crimping at the shoulders. This is the back of the dress. It also has a metal zipper at the neck. Peplum goes all the way around by the hips. And this dress is $45. I'm not going to say, I think I showed that before. Let's see. This is silk, pink silk and gray floral novelty print with a sash. And this is the front of the dress. And this is like a wrap dress as well. See, this comes up, comes apart. And this is the back of the dress. Yeah, this is the sash. Pink little shell buttons. And a side metal zipper. And I paired it with a necklace of shell beads. This is from Talbot's necklace. Let's see. Gold tone lobster claw clasp bead style gemstones. 48-inch drop. And it's in excellent condition. And this necklace is $28. And it goes well with that dress. It's got all the colors in the dress. And silver tone loops, chain loops. These. I gotta put this down. Let's see what I got here. Let's see. In this dress, okay, all right, this pink silk and gray floral, this is $48. Next we have a seafoam green, looks like silk rayon, feels like silk rayon, feels like that cold rayon. And it does have its belt. This is the front of the dress, this is the back of the dress, and it does has a hook at the back, keyhole, and here's its little belt sash, a swing dress skirt, a little pleating at the waist, and I paired it with a vintage two-strand blue or teal purple necklace, and this necklace is $40. Jersey. This feels like almost like a polyester jersey. Rayon dress, decorative buttons, and a dropped waist. This did have a belt at one time, almost like a shirt dress. This does have little shoulder pads, and this is the front of the dress. This is the back of the dress, and I did have this cleaned. And this is the necklace, that I paired with it. This is a pink tourmaline carved floral and glass leaves. It's also has a 14 karat lobster clasp, and it's 9 1/8 inch drop, and that necklace is $125. Very beautiful. I thought it went well with this dress, the shape of the flowers. And then we have a blue silk floral dress. Cute little dress. Looks like it's got kind of a dropped waist. Kind of a little bit of pleating here at on the bodice. And this is the back of the dress. Same pleating in the back. Kind of a partial full skirt. And it has a side metal zipper. And this dress is $35. Then we have a little novelty print. This is also cold rayon, covered fabric buttons. Has its belt. And this is a tiny dress. This is the front of the dress. It has some pleating at the shoulders, goes down to the bust. And this is the back of the dress. Gathering on the back. Ruching at the waist. And I paired it with a little necklace, which is, it's a gemstone chip necklace, amethyst, spinel, jadeite chips, strung on wire, gold toned spring ring clasp, 14-inch drop, and that necklace is $80. Oh, and this dress is $35. Did I say how much this one was?
Tell them again.
Okay, and I don't think I told you how much this was, but this dress is also $35. And then next we have another rayon crepe dress. Looks like a silk rayon crepe. Nice strong material. This I had cleaned, and it has a metal side zipper, and it has ruching at the shoulders, and it zips, partial zip at the neck. This is the back of the dress. This just flows the way it hangs. Fluid material. And it's on a navy blue background. Little novelty print, white. Looks like pinwheels. And I paired it with an Anne Klein modernist necklace. Black enamel and gold tone tubes, fancy link choker necklace. It's a choker style, so it would like go like that. It would come up further around your neck. And this is a 1980s necklace, and this is $38. And then we have a black rayon crepe dress. This is beautiful. It has a moire, M-O-I-R-E, that's like a like water, almost like water print. Moire, they call it. And very sculpted dress. Covered buttons tight at the sleeves. Buttons are all there. Little gathering in the bust. These have shoulder pads. And it has, it has a zip all the way down the back. And the zipper ends here at the tailbone. And it's made to look almost like a train in the back. Beautiful. And this dress is $45. And next we have a sweet little silk nylon. It's very light, good for summer. It's a novelty print, white on almost like a gray background. And it has a belt, its own belt. It has a little red organdy hanky. And this dress, and it's got the white organdy popping out at the sleeves and at the neckline. And it's got a metal side zipper. This is the front of the dress. It's a slightly A-line shape. And this is the back of the dress. Kind of a trumpet skirt here. And I paired it with a red necklace to bring out this red hanky. And that necklace can go with this dress. It's a vintage 1940s red art glass choker necklace. It's marked Japan, hook closure, small red glass bead separators, and it's a 7-inch drop. This can go right with this dress. As I said, I would be giving away some necklaces with some of the dresses. But I don't consider the amount of the necklace into the cost of the dress. And this dress is, this dress is $40. There's no issues with this dress that I can see. Oh, and it has this crisscross piece here, which is a little puffy. I just now noticed that. Yeah, which is decorative. Yeah, I don't see any issues on this dress at all. $40. Next we have, this is like a little shirtwaist dress with front pleats. And this is a navy blue crepe material. Very fluid as well. It has the collar, the little pockets at the bust, the little white pearlized buttons, shoulder pads, and then in the back, shirt waist, almost like a western with the pleat. And it has the little pearlized buttons at the sleeves as well. Truly a shirt waist, also pleating in the back. Pretty detailed, this little dress. And I had it dry cleaned. Now this one is perfect. There is no issues whatsoever. And I paired it with this drop torque necklace. Let me see what this necklace. Okay, because of the I thought it went well with the buttons. With these buttons. It's a Lafayette of New York, 1996. It's a frosted lucite or acrylic linked pendant on gunmetal torque. and chain collar necklace. It's 18 inches around in circumference, and that little necklace is $80. And this little dress is labeled Nan Taylor. And this little dress is let's see, $48. Let's take a look. And here we have a seafoam green and white silk on a crepe black rayon background. And it has black banding on the bottom. And this also came with the dress. I don't know what they use this for. Maybe I don't know if it was a sash, but I'm keeping it with the dress because it came with the dress. And it has some really interesting folding in the front right here. I think that just says a lot about this dress. And the sleeves, yeah, they have shoulder pads in the sleeves, and the front has some folding. Very interested in detailed dress. And then I paired it with this because I thought it looked, the elephant with the gold or silver tone metal. It's a 1960s Raza. That's the designer of that necklace. And it's, well, I identified the designer, who is Raza, R-A-Z-Z-A. It's a black elephant pendant necklace, textured silver tone plated metal, dyed molded tan resin. That's what that elephant head is made out of. And it's a book piece. And it's got a 4.5 inch pendant, that elephant, 4.5 inches, 3.5 inches wide. Chain necklace, the length is 13 inches. And the value of this necklace in the book price is $238.95. I'm selling it for $80. But I think it went well with that dress. Okay, and last, and we're going to end it here with this dress because it's getting late. This is a black crepe A-line dress with the front decorative flap. That's very interesting. And then it comes in a little triangular peplum here. It's got a beautiful belt. It's got red at the neck. It's got the beautiful capped sleeves, and it's the A-line. And I paired it with a coral necklace, coral and silver necklace. And this is the back of the dress. It has the same, well, it's just folded, but it's folded like that flap, but it is not a flap. That's very interesting, unique. And that necklace, let's see now. It's a vintage red coral necklace, cylinder-shaped red coral beads with smaller beads. Smaller beads are silver tone separators. Silver spheres with seed pearls. Toward the pendant. Seed pearls toward the pendant. I see it. Okay. And that necklace is $135. Now I'm going to hook something on the bottom of this, so there should be something dangling there, but this is coral. Okay, and we're gonna stop here. And now we didn't get a chance to show our jewelry, but we will do that in the next video. I also didn't get a chance to show you the 2 wool gabardine 1940 suits that I have with this lot, or the 3 the three-piece ensemble. But I did show you a glimpse of them in video 6 when we did a real quick tour. So I will start there with the next video, but I won't be showing another video for at least a couple weeks. And in the next video, I'll try to show everything we have on the table here and the last items that I did not show tonight of the 1940s. And then the next video after that will be, I think, either all wedding dresses because it's wedding season, or I might do a 1950s, just all 1950s items. So with that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Come again. And remember to send me comments. I do want to know what your thoughts are about these dresses and these items. If you enjoy watching these videos. And you can even tell me, ask me, because I have a huge collection. I mean, this is just the tip of the iceberg here that I've been showing. You can ask me, do you have a certain style? Do you have this? Do you have that? And I might have it. And I could show it the next time around. So send me those comments, and we'll see you next time. Good night.